My buddy crashed his car because I was 5 minutes late picking him up. Senior year of high school. It was a weekend. It was a Friday or Saturday. And this girl was having a pool party with like our group of friends. I'm the friend who's always, if I say I'm 10 minutes away, I'm 20 minutes away. I'm always about 10 to 20 minutes behind what I actually tell you. Beef, very timely dude. I feel like he is anyway. Very scheduled, timely person when it comes to that type of stuff. So he's texting me, like, where are you? I'm like, I'm 10 minutes away, but I'm 15 away, So finally he gets to this point where he calls me. And by the time he calls me, I'm literally turning onto the street that takes me into his neighborhood. And he's like, where the fuck are you, Thomas? Like, I'm done waiting. Like, I'm leaving. I'm leaving. You do this all the time. Like, I'm done. I'm leaving. And it's kind of like a rainy night. And okay, go ahead and leave. Like, I'll be 5 minutes behind you because I'm literally almost to your house. He's like, yeah, bullshit. And like hangs up, all fired up. And he leaves. So I literally pass his house, loop onto this other back road to go towards the girl's house. And as I'm driving down it, like I said, kind of a wet, rainy night, I see these tire marks up into a ditch and then had looked like a car had lost control and hit a mailbox. And I'm like, damn, that's crazy. And I'm like slowing down, looking at this accident. And as I like, my eyes are kind of following the scene of the accident. And then I see this Civic with its flashers on. And I'm like, oh shit, it's Beef. So I pull into this neighborhood across the road. And I get out and I'm like, oh shit, like, are you okay, dude? He's like, nah, I'm good. I just like, I feel bad. Like I ran this dude's mailbox over. Beef did a yard job in the dude's front yard and destroyed his mailbox with his Civic. And I don't remember exactly how much damage his Civic had. It wasn't too bad. Like, some dents on the body. I don't think it was anything super significant, but at the time he was just like freaking out. And I'm like, dude, I'm glad you're all right. If you would have waited 5 minutes, which was, overall, he probably waited like 30 minutes for me to get there. But he had been doing that for 3 years. We had known each other. I guess I just pushed him over the edge being 30 minutes late. But I'm like, dude, man, I'm sorry about it. He's like, it's all right, and calls his mom. So Mrs. Beef pulls up in her minivan, and she's in full like mom panic mode. But she comes running over. She's like, Thomas, what did you do? I'm like, what did I do? I pulled over on the side of the road to check on him. Like, what do you mean? I did nothing to do with this. He just didn't want to wait for me to pick him up. So she calmed down and was like, checking on her son or whatever. And afterwards, she's kind of getting on Beef, like, oh, you're always running all over the place. You're always in a rush. This is why this stuff happens or some stuff like that. And I was just like, I'm still going to the pool party, dog. So I'm sorry this happened, but I'm still going to go up to Claire's. So I went up to the pool party, hung out for a little bit, and ended up coming home afterwards. But that was so freaking funny. Probably one of my favorite Beef stories of all time, just because, again, like, I was a block away. If you would have just waited 5 more minutes, you would have crashed your car. So that was pretty fun. I think Beef had to end up going over and replace the dude's mailbox, or at least pay for it. I don't quite remember the whole thing. We'll have to get Beef on here himself to confirm all these details of his car accident. But gosh, that was funny stuff. And I would say one of the things is, on a more grand scheme, bigger scale of things with that, is like, just be yourself. Don't be uncomfortable in your own skin. The quicker that you can like find yourself and just kind of be who you are, the better. I feel like, everybody's going to judge you, but if you're confident in who you are and you love yourself and who, you want to be, then those judges and haters, they're just more voices that you don't have to listen to and you can ignore, because who cares what anybody thinks if you're at peace with yourself? That's kind of how I look at that. So, and the reason I'm saying that is because I was always late, and I still am late to shit all the time. So, that's the story. Patience is a virtue, and I feel like you kind of take the lesson of that story either way. You could say, you work on your efficiency and being on time, or just have a little bit more patience, because life's too short to get all worked up over a few minutes of a delay. But yeah, that, like I said, one of my favorite stories, just because like it's like a horseshoe loop, right? Like I literally loop around not even half a mile away from Beef's house, he had crashed his car, lost control of his Civic. Beef. More stories about Beef and his Civic coming soon on this podcast. Beef was a menace in the Civic in high school. So that's it. Talks with Tom.
Taking shots by the lake till I can't even breathe no more, see no more. I was riding around town thinking to myself, is it gonna get easier? I'll be up and away up the street getting paid, but I can't even breathe no more. What's it to me? What can I see? Taking shots by the lake till I can't even breathe no more, see no more.
Check, and we're good. Mic check.